What's up, guys? So I'm currently walking to my sparring session every Saturday morning. It's here 7 a.m. in Sydney. It's freezing, it's winter. Got the boxing gear with me, but I just got some news that I wanted to go live real quick and talk about a big issue in boxing. We talk about it all the time. And the issue is weight cutting. I want to get your opinion real quick on it, and I'll give you mine. Let's take a moment. How pretty is this city real quick? Okay, so there was a middleweight title fight this weekend. Janibek, Alan Canuli. Fight is off. He was making weight, and on the scales, he passes out. So dehydration. Anybody who sees Janibek fight appreciates his style, appreciates his success. He's a world champion, but he's huge. And while he was cutting weight, due to the report says due to dehydration, the fight's been canceled, been called off. The weeks of prep, the months of sacrifice for both guys, the media around it, the teams, the camps, the fans, the fight is off. But more importantly, the fighter's health. This is what doesn't get mentioned. We know the fight's canceled because of dehydration, right? Because the fighter wasn't healthy enough to go on. Thank God the commission was there to stop that. A lot of these guys who are cutting down so much weight to make their weight class are at death's doorstep. This isn't something that is healthy. This isn't something that I feel any fan should promote. In a perfect world, we talk about this all the time, the fighters would be fighting at least somewhere around their walking weight. But the idea of weight cutting is sort of an element of the game that gives the fighters an edge. And who, sometimes in these divisions, the guys who are the world champions are the ones who know how to work their way around the scales the best and then rehydrate. So in my opinion, we need to do something in boxing and all combat sports to mitigate the weight cutting factors, because when you see people who get CTE, brain injuries, TBIs, traumatic brain injuries, a lot of that is due to the swelling on the brain from the dehydration. There's cases and studies that go back to the early 80s. It's why the sport went from 15 to 12 rounds. That infamous fight between Ray Mancini and Dooku Kim in Las Vegas. A, they were fighting outside in the desert. B, the fight was 15 rounds. And the dehydration was one of those moments where they started really looking at, for the first time in the sport, the effects of weight draining on the brain, the cerebral fluid. We lose fluid all throughout the body, the muscles and the organs when we weight cut. And some of these guys cut so much weight, and you're much more durable when you're not drained, when you're not weight drained. You have much more protection to your skull when you're not drained. So it's a complex issue. It's very controversial. My opinion on this is we need to just at least start having the conversation about figuring out a healthier way to go about weight cutting. And if this isn't an example of, at the highest level, Janibek is out due to weight cutting issues. He passed out. And once again, if that's not a reason to start having the chat, I don't know what is. Thank God the commission stepped in. But like I said, most of your favorite fighters, all the fighters we know, are going on the scale completely drained. A lot of them. Some aren't, some come in under. But, I mean, if you looked at Jaron Ennis this week, he looks so drained. He's a huge 147. It's wild to think that he makes 147. But, he made weight, and hopefully he's healthy, and that's a good fight. But once again, I want your thoughts on weight cutting. I got to go box now. My guy's waiting for me. So leave it in the comment section below. I appreciate you. Subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. That's the stuff I don't like about this, is the business side. But I'll talk to you guys soon.